What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Dad Does Videos. Today I'm coming at you from outside my house, where I wanted to talk a little bit about the Flex-a-spout and how this is a useful tool for people who are facing two types of situations. So it really depends on the downspout system that you have. So as you can see on mine, we have the downspouts that go right into more drainage that goes underground basically and into a city drainage system. If this starts to get clogged up, your water is just going to come out right here, right around your foundation. And a good temporary fix for this is to just connect these, so that way you can at least divert water away from your house while you figure out what's going on with the system that's going underground. So the other situation that sometimes you'll see is the downspout just ending right above the ground, and then it will kind of leave the water in an area where you have to get it to drain away from your house, because you don't want the water to get by and into your foundation. Not a good thing. So typically you want to get your water at least 4 to 6 feet away from your house. There are a couple options for doing this. One, you could absolutely do nothing, and that's not a good thing. Sometimes people put some rocks there, which I don't really think does much, because the water is still there, it gets under the rocks. The second option, which is better than not doing anything, is there are these kind of little ramps. They might be 18 inches or so long, maybe 2 feet, that the water from your downspout comes off of. It goes into the ramp and starts to flow away from the house, so that's better than nothing. Another option that people use for drainage coming off of their downspout is it kind of looks like a gutter, and it's 5 or 6 feet in one specific direction. They're nice because they're a little bit more rigid than the flexible tubes. The downside is they aren't as flexible. So if you have kind of a specific area where you want water to go and you have to get around bushes and those kinds of things, the flexible tubes are great for that. Plus you can connect the flexible tubes. But I like these a little bit more because, as you can see, they're flexible, so you can push them in. I can do this here in front. They're very flexible. They expand, they contract, they can do all kinds of different things depending upon your landscape and surrounding areas. And then they actually attach to the bottom of your gutters, so you can actually attach these to the bottom of your gutter so that the water goes right into it, and it doesn't even have to hit the ground next to your foundation, and you don't have to risk the water splashing onto something and then going all over the place. They're like $6 or $7. You can connect multiple ones of them together. So if the first one that is hanging off your downspout isn't long enough, or if you want the water diverted to a specific place, you can connect another one, and I'll show you how to do that as well. So first, let me take this downspout off, connect this to the bottom of my downspout, and show you how that works. And then we will show you how to connect the other one. So depending upon your setup here, this bottom part of your downspout, if you have ones that are flowing into a drain that goes under your ground, sometimes they're painted on, sometimes they're attached with screws. For our purposes, these were painted on. So if that's the case and you need to remove it, you just need to loosen it up around the edges where it connects with the other piece of the downspout. Sometimes a screwdriver or something like that works, as you kind of work it away from the other attachment, the other downspout right above it, and you just kind of shimmy it down. So I'm just going to go ahead and take this off. Push this off to the side. And then you get your Flex-a-spout, and since we have kind of the smaller openings at the end of our downspouts, we are going to use the smaller opening on the end of our Flex-a-spout. Now, if you had a wider entrance to your downspout, you would use the wider opening. And you simply just push that on. Now, in my situation, the way that where the wall is it's going to be able to hold this in place next to the downspout. And as you can see, this simply lays on the ground. This is a little bit scrunched up, so I'm just going to pull this apart. Then we have that on the ground. Now I have my other one here that I'm going to connect to it. Okay, so when we connect these, you'll notice that we have, again, the bigger end, the bigger mouth is on the ground. Remember, we connected the smaller side to the downspout. So we want to just use the same size end on our second attachment and just put these together. Now, what you want to do is put the end of the first one, if you're facing a situation like me, inside the second one. Because if you do it the other way, what will happen if you put the second attachment inside the first, the water from here is going to go in and then just leak out the bottom. The first one, since it's higher up, so to speak, and the water's coming from this one, this should be inside the second one. That ensures the water goes straight into here and flows out. And as you can see, I have diverted my water far away from my foundation. Now, if you have a situation that requires you to connect another one of these Flex-a-spouts, so to speak, what you would do is just do the opposite. You would make sure you connect the smaller end of your next one, your third one in my situation, to the end of this one right here. And again, you'd put the end of your second one, in my case this one, into the beginning of your third one. So again, that allows the water to drain out of this and into your third one without it kind of coming out the bottom, so to speak, between the two spouts. Hopefully that was helpful. Thanks for watching.